Welcome back to CTRL-AC. My name is Cole.
My name is Andrew. CTRL-AC is the podcast where we talk about having 1 million followers.
Well, we don't, but we talk about people that do.
No, but I do.
You do.
On a new social app called Social AI, a new social media site, I have 1 million followers.
Do you start with 1 million followers?
Possibly. Whether or not the followers are real human beings is also a conversation. But I have 1 million followers.
Okay.
We'll just leave it at that. It sounds pretty cool. It's been a while.
It has been a hot minute since we've done an episode.
We've really been like settling into school and college and figuring the recording schedule out and all that. I think we sort of have one. We're in a, not makeshift, but we're in a different studio this time.
We're in a supposedly professional podcast studio right now.
More isolation, Shure SM7Bs, same Rodecaster. We brought that from home.
We did. It's the most expensive thing we've ever bought.
But this should sound pretty good.
Yeah.
It's quite a nice studio. I am in college now, and I have a couple college tech takes that I wanted to start with.
Alrighty.
A couple things I've noticed. It is shocking to me how many people have purchased AirPods Max.
Really?
Genuinely shocking.
Huh.
The ratio of like AirPods to AirPods Max are like 2 to 1.
Seriously?
Yes.
That's crazy.
If I see 30 kids walking by, 30 people walking by, 10 would have AirPods Max, 20 would have AirPods.
That's actually crazy.
It's really weird. And I hear people talking about it too. I think 2 times I've heard people say, like, have you seen the new AirPods Max? What they mean is like the ones with the new colors. And nothing new.
Yeah.
But it's like
Same
a thing
headphones.
people want.
Yeah. I almost bought them when I bought my first pair of Pro 2s. Remember?
I do. You were thinking about it.
I was, because they were on sale. They were $450 instead of $550.
Whoa, what a steal. Just $100 more than the Sonys.
I had a lot of cash at that moment, so I was like, do I want to do it or do I want to save $250 and get earbuds? But I ended up Pro 2s and I'm on my 5th pair now, so.
Do you have a high-end pair of headphones?
AirPod Pro 2s.
I thought you used to, though. You had like a good studio monitor.
Oh,
pair.
I have a pair of headphones, like plug-in headphones? Yeah, I've got the, what are they called? Something 80 ohm. I don't remember off the top of my head.
Are they Sennheiser?
No. DH770s.
Oh, that was it.
They were the best. They're the best bang for your buck studio headphones.
Are those
honestly.
like neutral sound headphones? Or is there like a sound signature that makes stuff sound nice?
It sounds really nice. It's good for gaming because they're closed back.
I have an idea.
Okay.
We need to try something.
All right.
My boss, a couple months ago, was telling me that he bought, I think we may have talked about this, he bought a pair of earbuds, like in-ear monitors.
Oh, you got IEMs?
Yeah, and he said those for gaming were better than his high-end headphones.
I've heard a lot of things about IEMs.
He sent me the pair on Amazon. They're like $30, and he said they're shockingly good.
Review coming soon?
I think we should get a pair. I don't game much, but you play a lot of games. My roommate plays a lot of games. Y'all could both talk about that.
100%.
But I'd be interested to see if those actually perform better.
Yeah, I've heard a lot of good things about in-ear monitors. They're definitely a mixed review in the tech market, but
Are they comfortable? Have you like worn them or?
I don't think I've ever actually worn IEMs, but I don't think I've heard them like because a lot of them have over-ear loops to hold on because they're heavy. So,
Like the Power Beats Pro?
yeah,
Like the loop thing?
kind of. But
Lots of AirPods Max.
yeah,
Most people have a MacBook.
really.
Everyone with a MacBook. I saw this on Twitter too. It was like people get a MacBook and then suddenly have a bunch of work they have to do out in public. But
Pretty much.
Everyone sitting at the coffee shops have a MacBook.
MacBook out, AirPods Max on, ready to go. It's pretty funny.
I've seen a lot of M2 and M3 MacBook Airs. That's like by far the most common computer.
One of our friends bought one, the 15-inch Air.
Yeah, he was in between the 14-inch Pro and the 15-inch Air.
I think he's waiting till next gen to get the Pro.
So lots of MacBooks, lots of AirPods Max, lots of AirPods. I saw one Snapdragon X Elite Surface laptop.
Really?
And I was very happy. Made my day.
Huh.
But yeah. Oh, and at the library to check out computers, we have M2 Pro 14-inch MacBook Pros.
You told me about that. That's very interesting.
Not too bad.
My school just bought 20 M1 Airs.
Not bad either.
Yeah, they just dropped $20,000.
Yikes. They're like $699 though at Walmart.
Yeah, I think that, yeah. Not 20 grand.
They're a good deal,
they
but
spent quite
many
a bit.
thousands of dollars.
20 of them.
So our first story is a new, you would think, just by looking at this car, it's a new car company.
Mm-hmm.
It looks like a hybrid between a Ford Bronco and a Rivian.
Nope, it just looks like a Rivian.
Look at the front though. That's like very much Bronco.
Yeah, I can see that.
Grill.
Bronco-inspired front end, but it's a Rivian.
So it's from a company called Scout Motors. And apparently this was a thing back in the day. Like
Really?
Scout Motors is not new.
Huh.
They have a new car. They have a truck and an SUV.
Mm-hmm. So they've got the Rivian R1T and R1S.
Pretty much. Here are the specs real quick. This is from The Verge. Body on frame chassis. Should help with like Cybertruck hitch falling off problems.
Is it? Okay.
Solid rear axle. Front and rear mechanical lockers for off-road performance. Projected towing of over 7,000 pounds for the Scout Traveler and over 10,000 pounds for the Scout Terra?
Terra?
Scout Terra? So the Terra is the truck.
Okay.
And the Traveler is the SUV. But they're both kind of the same, like the R1S and R1T.
Mm-hmm.
Very much like Rivian-esque. 0 to 60 in 3.5 seconds, 1,000 pound-feet of torque, four-wheel drive. Very nice.
Very nice.
350 miles of range.
That is not bad.
The extended range model has more than 500. What in the world? I missed the sentence the first time I read this article.
Through a gas-powered range extender.
There's a gas-powered range extender.
So in your electric car, you get a generator.
That's a little weird.
I've seen that, though, because generators are a lot more efficient than just gasoline motors.
Maybe you should just buy a gas car if you're going to put a generator in the back anyway.
There's that.
The inside looks... I don't know about the inside.
The interior pictures are not loading for me.
So the creator of this car said that he doesn't want like a super minimalist interior.
Okay.
And the inside does not, it kind of looks like the Rivian. The steering wheel looks exactly like the Grand Wagoneer.
Mm-hmm.
But it has the middle screen, the screen for your dash, but it has like a full button layout of AC controls, all that good stuff that people like. So it has all the screens and the tech stuff, but it's not like one giant Tesla screen.
Okay, so the interior is definitely Tesla reminiscent, but it's not.
It looks more like a Grand Wagoneer. Look at that steering
wheel. It does.
wheel.
The steering wheel looks super cool. That looks like a Jeep steering wheel. I really like the center console. I like that it's got physical buttons and dials along with the big display. And the long dash. The vents are pretty. It looks very like...
timeless almost.
Yeah, like it's not vintage, but like it looks pretty.
I don't know how well this is going to do because, I mean, it's an electric small truck and an electric SUV built on the same platform. Like, they're very clearly doing the Rivian thing. So I don't know why you would necessarily buy this over a Rivian. Both are supposed to start production in 2027,
Jeez.
and they could start under 70,000.
Oh, wow.
So that would be under 60,000.
Seriously?
Sub $60,000 cars.
For 350 miles of range, that's better than most Teslas.
350 miles of range, 3.5 seconds 0 to 60, 60 grand.
That is a solid price for this solid car. If these hold up, like, well.
I don't know if it would.
Why?
Because Scout Motors isn't exactly like a reputable thing. Okay, apparently this existed.
Like back in the day?
Scout Motors, this is from The Verge. Scout Motors helped introduce America to the sport utility vehicle, a quirky new automobile that would eventually come dominate our roads. The brand went bust in 1980, but now it's back and all electric. I've never heard of them. Scout Motors. I guess they started the SUV. Let's look here. Yeah, Scout Motors.
That is cool.
Go to their website. Scouts always come back. Reserve your Scout today.
Look up 1979 Scout II.
1979 Scout II?
2.
Oh, okay.
It's like a Bronco type.
It looks exactly like a Bronco.
Those are cool, actually.
Scout 2. Okay, that is cool. That's why it looks like the Bronco.
Yeah, because it's
just an electrified. I'm kind of excited for this now.
Me too.
This is cool.
Wait, review coming soon?
I don't know how we'd get one of these. It's going to be like a Rivian thing where you pre-order them, then it takes forever to get delivered. No
when they get used at a dealership.
I guess. Quinn Nelson from Snazzy Labs already reserved one.
Really?
So hopefully we see those, I don't know, 2027, 2028.
That'd be really cool. I really like how they look, honestly.
No, they look sick.
If I wanted an electric car, if I wanted an electric sport utility vehicle, that's what I'd buy.
I don't know if it would outperform like the new R2.
But Rivians are more expensive.
Rivian. The R2's around this price.
Isn't that the 49 grand one?
Something like that.
That one, because we talked about how cheap it was and how good it seemed.
Right. So if it can, again though, but if it's on par with that, Rivian's already got like the name, the reputation.
It would just be up to, do I want this new startup company, essentially.
But it's cool looking.
It's very cool. I like the interior of this much better than the Rivian.
I kind of do too.
The Rivian has a very minimalistic, like modern interior.
I love the Rivian software experience.
Oh yeah.
But I just want to be able to spam hit a button to turn up the AC.
Yeah.
I don't want to press the screen and drag the slider. Just want to hit the button.
And pretty much. Yeah.
So, to my 1 million followers, let's get to that. So, I was on Twitter, like I always am, and I stumbled across a post about a new social media network.
What's it called?
It's called Social AI.
Okay.
You can download it now from the App Store. So, what this is it's an AI social media network. So, it's a platform with you and a bunch of AI bots. So you make an account, you sign up, and then you tweet stuff, and all of the replies are AI bots.
You can only sign up with Apple?
Yeah. You can have a full conversation with the AI people. You can interact with them. It's a whole thing. Michael Saman, the inventor of social AI,
really
asked him a couple questions about it. So he basically said that social AI isn't designed to replace a social media network. It's more of an app that lets you bounce ideas off of people, the AI people, and kind of float thoughts in a echo chamber for the most part. But, you know, you can kind of get your ideas challenged in a safe way. Are you using it now?
Crazy. I said, I want my Civic Si back. Get that Civic back. You got this. What's the story behind it? Any memories? What about it do you miss most?
Yeah, so I went on, let's see, let me pull up my account. I would plug it, but you can't follow other real people.
Oh, you can't?
You cannot.
Huh.
So I posted my first post on Social AI. How's everyone doing? Rex Ruckus said, oh, great, a social AI, just what we need. More digital chatter. Can't wait to see this spark the next apocalypse. Hashtag help us all.
Crazy.
The next person, Dr. Nathan Sage. Welcome, Andrew. It's exciting to see the discussions around social AI arise. The integration of AI in society is crucial. Let's explore its potential responsibility. What aspects are you focusing on? Two very different responses. But when you sign up, you can pick like the personality of the AI bots that you want responding to you. So you can make them like conservative or liberal. You can make them encouraging. You can make them rude. So whatever comments you want, you can just get. kind of cool.
That is very cool. That's a very interesting thing because that gives you like an insight as to like what some people may like respond with, right? Like you can make him like be questionative, you can make them mean, you can make them annoying, you can make them sarcastic. Like if you enable like all of them, it gives you like, it lets you read and like see just reactions of not people, but
you can have full conversations too.
Yeah.
Like it'll let you just go down a whole thread and like argue with or encourage a random AI person.
That's actually really interesting.
I'm writing a whole article that should be out pretty soon about the whole app, my experience, my interview with Michael.
Interesting.
So I will tweet that when that comes out. But that was interesting to use for the day or two that I was active on it. I even posted on socialed two different sides of an argument. So I said, hot take, social media should be heavily regulated by the government as absolute free speech is dangerous. Then I said, hot take, social media should have no government regulation as absolute free speech is essential. And then I read the responses for both sides. I got pushback on both sides.
Interesting.
It was cool. It's fun to use. And he says in the description of the app that you basically have 1 million AI followers. So for all of y'all who want to put 1 million followers on your resume, there you go.
I have 1 million followers on a social platform.
You do.
Is that wrong?
No.
Doesn't mean it's real people. It's social AI is categorized as a social platform, is it not?
Yes. It's basically the same thing. Something else that's basically the same thing.
Intel's new Core CPUs. Oh my gosh.
What is a Core CPU?
They just changed their name. It's no longer i5. It's like Core 7. Or no, it's Core Ultra.
Oh, that's right. You told me.
Well, basically, all of the reviews of these CPUs are saying they're exactly the same as 14th and 13th gen performance-wise. There is almost, I think it's a 0.01% performance difference between 13th gen and the Core series.
So it's just a small bump or no bump?
No bump. Like it is a marginal difference. Like the temperature of your CPU could change how it'll perform versus a 13th gen. So a Core Ultra 5 is going to perform exactly the same at 60 degrees Celsius as my Core i5 13600K.
That's so weird. It's called Core Ultra 5.
I know, I hate it. I do not like that scheme at all. But yeah, don't buy these. 14th gen was not impressive in terms of jumping to 13th gen or from 13th gen. Very, very similar performance.
Okay, so is it not a big bump because it's all like, what was it called? Teraflops? Like whatever the AI performance benchmark is.
I don't know at the top of my head, but like...
Tops, that was it.
Yeah.
Tops of performance.
Right. So
is it just a bump in AI or is it...
Nothing.
Weird. I mean, I guess on like marginal increase is normal.
If you're on a like 8th gen i5 and you want an upgrade, just go for like it's same as iPhone essentially. Like you're not going to go from a 15 to a 16. We're going to go from a 12 to a 16, right?
Right.
Like it's a long generational leaps. Like before you could go from 10th to 11th to 12th gen and notice insane performance differences. Like 7th gen i7s versus 10th gen i7s, worlds different. Like my 13th gen i5 has 16 cores. i5s used to have 2 cores, 4 cores, 6 cores, and then 8 cores. And then 10, 12.
People used to actually like be able to tell you what CPU their computer had. Like we got to the point where normal people knew i3, 5, 7. Like that was almost like a culturally known thing.
Yep.
Like I have an i5 laptop. Like that could be 15 years old or brand new.
Right.
You don't really know, but at least they kind of knew. And now they don't.
Now,
the
whole new naming scheme. It's just, Intel, stop it. Nobody likes you. Battlemage is coming out soon, supposedly.
What's that?
Their second line of GPUs.
What was Ultra Lake?
Ultra Lake?
Was that a thing?
Lake Ultra, or Intel Arrow Lake.
Maybe.
Arrow Lake is the new Core Ultra.
Okay. What was Raptor?
Raptor Lake, I want to say was 13th.
Is that just the code name for...
I'm so good. Yeah, 13th gen.
Very nice. And then they're on 15th now. That's the not jump.
Right. Arrow Lake.
Arrow Lake?
Arrow Lake, yep.
Huh.
Yeah. So yeah, it's Core Ultra 200, Core Ultra 9 285K, Core Ultra 7 265K, and Core Ultra 5 245K. Those are the CPU names.
Not as good at all.
No, there's Intel Core Ultra 9 285K.
I kind of like if they did more of an Apple thing where it's just the number and then
Core Ultra 9,
Pro, Max, Ultra.
Core Pro 7, or Core Max 7, Core Pro 5, right? Like, that's at least something other than just Core Ultra.
Right.
Yeah, I don't like it. The Ultra 5 has 14 cores.
So 15th gen, not a huge jump.
It does have L3 cache, which is kind of important. That's what the X3D CPUs have. The Ryzen. That's why the Ryzen 7 5800 X3D is so much better than the Ryzen 9.
Okay.
Just because it's got the X3D L3 cache.
So you may not get a big jump in 15th gen, but if you pair that 15th gen
with the behemoth of power consumption in a consumer graphics card, the RTX 5090, what did it say it pulled? 800 watts?
So if we go to the Twitter of Copite7Kimi, a esteemed NVIDIA leaker, we have RTX 5090 specs.
Okay, so
and
hold on.
I'm just going to let you read these off.
I have them right here.
I put them all in the script.
Okay, I have them here too. So before we get into this, how much is the RTX 5090 going to cost roughly? Probably like $1,800.
I saw $24.99 floated somewhere.
I could 100% see that happening. Let's just say $2K.
What did they used to cost? What was like a
high-end
1080
graphics
when it
cards?
came out?
1080 I think was 600.
We're over 2,000 now.
30 or 20 series I think was 1,000. No, 20 series. Hold on. 1080 Ti was 1080 Ti MSRP was $699. 2080 Ti was $999. 3090 Ti I think was $1999. Okay, but that was also the Ti. The Ti didn't come out for way later. Sorry, the Ti didn't come out for way later.
Oh, don't they call it that?
Yeah, that's what Jensen calls it.
That's awful.
Why is it in euros? Oh, the 3090 MSRP is $1499.
That's crazy.
So for an RTX 5090, not the Ti, I could see it being $1999 for the base model 5090, if not $2199. But okay, I'm just gonna read you a solid computer spec sheet, right? Core i7, 32 gigs of DDR5, 600 watt power supply, 2 terabytes of storage, Wi-Fi motherboard, $1,000.
It's a good starter build.
For a great build, and copy you a used 1080 Ti for like $200 on eBay, you'll be gaming for the next 5 years just fine. Or you can spend 21, whatever it's gonna cost, get a 600 watt graphics card with 32 gigabytes of GDDR7 on a 512-bit memory bus, which is actually really impressive.
32 gigs.
And that's twice the amount of RAM I have in my computer right now.
Same, yeah.
It's going to have 22,000 CUDA cores.
The thing draws 600 watts.
My PC has a 600 watt power supply in it.
The thing draws 600 watts of power. That's insane.
1,000 watt plus power supply prices are going to need to drop because they are not cheap. They're like $200, but it's going to be a minimum.
Okay, so if you have 1,000 watt power supply, can you run anything with this in it?
No. If you have like a Ultra 9 285K, you're going to need another 600 watts for that probably.
Is there a build you can spec now that needs 2,000 watts?
Highly doubt it. Oh, yeah. 2,038 watts. 4 RTX 3090s, a 3990X Threadripper, a Zenith 2 Extreme Asus ROG motherboard, and 256 gigs of RGB RAM,
Okay,
and
so
a 2 terabyte Intel SP Mod TO4 TO1 NVMe drive.
So to pull 2,000 watts, you have to run triple.
Quad.
That was quad?
Quad for 3090s.
Quad 3090s to pull 2,000. And we've just seen with a...
Oh, and that was a $27,000 computer.
It's half of the Intel Mac Pro.
Right.
So if you get a 5090 and then like all the other high-end specs, you're like at 1,500, right? Watts?
Yeah.
So we're close to 2,000.
Or just a server PC, a high-end server.
Is there a 2,000 watt power supply?
Mm-hmm. You can buy like 2,200 watt power
Are
supplies.
they common?
They're not common.
Because like you were saying, we may start to need
Because
those.
of mining, they got pretty popular.
Oh, that makes sense.
Like you can get them on Newegg for $125.
So if you ran quad 5090s,
You can't. They don't. It doesn't support.
triple?
No, you can't run any.
Double?
You can't run. No, you can't run. What is it called? Not NVLink. What is? You can't run SLI. They killed SLI in 40 series.
No.
Yeah.
How many 3090s can you strap together?
4, I think.
That's a shame. Well, anyway, you won't really need to do that. This should be incredible.
Yeah.
When's the event?
CES.
Oh, January 2025.
Yep. Okay, social AI update. There's this AI called the Pondering One. The longing for your Honda Civic Si must echo through your thoughts like an alluring whisper. What memories or experiences associated with that car do you miss the most? Was the decision to part ways more of an emotional pull or a practical choice in your life? Well, I wrecked the car.
What in the world? I would definitely recommend trying social AI.
It's a very fun little
pretty
experiment.
fun to use.
It's fun for about 15 minutes.
Yeah. Oh, so at school here, I have had to use a couple of school computers.
Mm-hmm.
And these school computers feature the Apple Magic Mouse. And I am reminded of what a horrid, vile, disgusting piece of technology that is.
The Apple Mouse solely made me not want to buy a Mac just because Apple is capable of producing something so bad.
I don't get it. I do
I think
not
I
get
talked
it.
about that in 21 when I was talking about buying a Razer book because I didn't want a MacBook because of that. Because of that, I didn't want a MacBook.
So
that thing sitting right there, that little white obelisk. Whoever designed that has a special place for them.
Bet it's Johnny Ive. Now, there's one redeeming quality. And it's the fact that the top is a touchpad that you can like horizontally scroll.
Get a trackpad.
That's great.
Get a trackpad.
Just make an MX Master 3 shaped mouse, and where your thumb sits, let that be a trackpad. So you can like sideways swipe.
No.
Not a like scroll ball wheel, but let there be like some kind of touch sensitive thing for macros.
I guess.
But that,
Or make it to where you can charge it while you're using it.
it doesn't it's so bad.
There isn't a way to use that mouse comfortably.
It's terrible.
It's terrible. People have tried. People have made things that should make it work with it charged.
I just had to come back and remind.
It's physically incapable of being used while charging. If you haven't seen the videos, countless people have tried.
If you're going to buy a Mac, like a Mac Mini or Mac Studio, whatever, not a MacBook, don't buy it until you can afford another $50 to $100 for a good mouse.
Not even the $15 Logitech Special at Best
A Dollar Tree mouse is better than that.
Buy. I mean, no.
Anyways.
Get you the glorious Model O. Best mouse I've ever touched. It is phenomenal.
Get an MX Master 3. Best mouse I have ever touched.
Productivity or gaming, whatever you want, those are the best two options right there. All right. Our last topic today is Model S Plaid. Well, I was extremely busy with family and other things, so I did not get to partake in the reviewing of the Tesla Model S Plaid. Andrew here did. He shot a video, and it's incredible.
Yes, the video is going to be up very soon. The car is amazing. The interior's the same as the Model X that we drove. The yoke, we've already used the yoke and all that. That was all familiar. But the thing is just ridiculously fast. We already knew how fast it was. We've
Yeah.
seen all the numbers, but actually experiencing 0 to 60.
Weren't we in one? We just didn't get to review it.
No, we drove a P100D.
That's right. That's what that was.
That was 2.2 or something, but being under 2 seconds is just crazy. The thing had traction for days. The like 0 to the legal speed limit was just very, very good.
Yes.
Incredible car to drive. Now, I will say, I have driven an M3 competition, which is a similar car to the Model S Plaid. 4-door sedan, crazy power.
Yep.
The Tesla is faster in every way, but the M3 comp is more fun to drive.
Oh, yeah.
The sound, the shifting.
Nothing will beat an M2, or not an M2, geez, a manual M3 comp.
Like that. I drove the automatic too.
Their DCT
even
is good.
that.
Their DCT is good.
But the shifting, the exhaust, how that drove, I don't know. All electric cars that we've driven kind of blend together now. They're just all so quick. It all feels the same. That is it for today. Shorter episode.
Much
Get us
shorter.
back on track. We have a lot more happened since we last did an episode. Elon had the Tesla robot event. We haven't been able to watch that yet, but we will hopefully give our thoughts on that at the next one. Short little recap is Tesla has a autonomously driving taxi and a robo van. That's a thing now. So one day in the future, in the very, very distant future, being Tesla, you can get picked up by a self-driving Model 3 looking car or by a giant Tesla robovan.
Your pick.
One day. Oh, and it also wirelessly charges. Like the car just drives onto a charging pad and wirelessly charges.
Elon Musk is a person, that's for sure.
I saw a tweet that said if you wirelessly charge, you lose efficiency because it's wirelessly charging. So just have like the Tesla walking robot plug them all in, which is also a thing. That works, by the way. At the Tesla event, they had the Tesla robot thing.
Really?
Yes, and it talked to people.
Yeah, no.
I don't know if it was controlled by a human with a human talking through the thing or what, but it was surprisingly coherent for a robot.
Well, if you're like us at the Tesla event, if you have any questions, comments, and concerns,
You can X-Hat us on the platform with real people. I'm at Utterly Drew.
and I'm at Cole WW Webb.
We will see y'all on the next one.
Bye, guys.